Live. All right, let's see who y'all gets up in here today. All right, guys, how's it going? You're in here. You're new in here. Just do me a favor and let me know you're in here. Whoever's in here. All I can count is people. I can't tell who exactly is in here until you type in the chat room. All righty. Well, let's get over some things real quick. This live stream, as all my live streams, are brought to you by Comp and Choke Tubes. Comp and Choke Tubes gives the performance shooters and hunters consistency and confidence shot after shot. Also brought to you by Salt Creek Custom Ammunition. You can have the best camo in the world, the best decoys, the best gun, but in the end of the day, the only thing that truly matters is the ammo, and that's why I choose Salt Creek Custom Ammo. How you doing, Jeff? How's it going? I don't know who all is in here. I know I am, and you are. What's going on, man? How's your puppy doing? How's your puppy doing? Oh, what a day. Whew. Let's see here. This week, really not a lot going on. Been doing some dog training with Bougie, and headed out to see Mark Taylor. Been going over there and training Bougie, and that's about it. I mean, really, that and work when it ain't raining. Sorry, Mark, did you get it yet? Yes or no? Hopefully, if you didn't get it tonight, I'm hoping tomorrow. Trying to beat this heat. Yeah, it's been hot here, dude. It's been hot. Every evening we're having rain, but it has been no, God almighty. We've been getting a lot of rain in the afternoons. It's that time of year. And then the humidity hits and you can't go outside and breathe hardly. Whoops. I'm trying to get all my stuff set up. So, how's the dog training going? How's the puppy doing, Jeff? And Mark, I mean, how's Otter doing? Took my gun to the gunsmith for a deep clean. I got you. I got to do the same thing. I won't take mine to the gunsmith. I'll tear it apart down here. Give it a deep clean. But we've been shooting quite often, about every Friday. So Otter's doing good. Awesome. Yeah, we've been trying to shoot about every Friday. She works better for your wife than me. That's not good. Yeah, we're hitting the range a little bit. Shooting me and my dad, and we're shooting some skeet and that kind of stuff. I'm getting ready. Spent the day over at Mark's Saturday. We did a lot of pictures. We did a lot of pictures on the shirts and hats and stuff, and I'm getting that all together. I've been posting it on TikTok. I think I posted a couple on Facebook. I didn't like the way they came out, so I'm gonna finish up the TikTok videos, and then I'm gonna put it all together into a montage, so to speak. Just one little video. RD, what's going on? RD, I saw where you posted something yesterday, something about 24 hours trying to convince somebody, but unfortunately, I did not get a chance to watch it, but I'll try to watch it next couple days. I don't know how to take the firing pin out and that stuff. I got you. It's raining where you're at. It's probably a short. Yeah, I think it was. It might have been. I don't know. I saw you posted it, and I couldn't watch it at the time, and I wrote it down on my paper to watch, and I haven't got to it yet. Well, if Noah's listening, hey buddy. I am ready. I am Saturday. I got you. I am ready. I'm ready for hunting season. That's just that simple. I'm ready to shoot some doves, and then I'm ready to shoot some teal. I got everything ready to go. The only thing I got to get right now is hunting licenses. Let's just make it to Friday. Really. Yeah, I know the feeling, dude. Today was, you could tell it was at where I work at, and you could tell it was a Monday, man. I mean, it was one problem after the other after the other. Um, Unbelievably crazy. And the next 2 days are going to be even crazier because it's the end of the month. I know Wednesday is going to be a bad day. I can feel it already. I can feel it in my bones. Wednesday is going to be a bad day. I wish I could turn the rain around just a little bit for you. Cody, what's going on? I do have the Heyday Teal decoys. I got both blue wings and green wings, and yeah, they hold up, man. Everything I got pretty much, except for about 2 dozen, are plastic. I got 8 dozen Heyday decoys, and they're holding up real well. Oh, I mean, you're going to get some that are going to scuff. I mean, it's like any other decoy. I don't put my decoys in bags. Okay, they're on Texas rigs or whatever you want to call them, and I hang them up during the off season, and I throw them in a boat or back of a truck during the. Yeah, yeah, yes, they are. Let's see. I know I've done videos on them, Jeff. You probably have to just go into the playlist and look under um, product reviews. I'm trying to see if I can. I don't know if you can see that, Jeff. Can you see that okay? Still have flambeaus from 1986. Yeah. Oh yeah. I mean they're. Oh, listen, I'll tell you the reason and I'm sorry about that, but I was getting a message while I was showing you that picture. I like Heyday decoys. Number one, you can't sink them. You can shoot them in the head, you shoot them in the body. They're not going to sink. They're lighter, um, and they're, I mean, pretty much indestructible. I mean, the only thing I know that can eat one or destroy it is a puppy. They ever got a hold of it for any length of time. But that's the one reason. That's the one reason I like them. I mean, I really do. I think the paint schemes are great. I think they're just like any other decoy. Eventually, they're going to scuff. Um, I think they ride like a duck rides. Um, they take waves pretty good. I've been in some. I mean, hunting puddle ducks. I've been in some rough water. Um, they take current real well because of the keel design. Um, yeah, I think they ride fine. I mean, they're a wide. They're kind of wide, so you can see them from up top. They just come. They're just pronounced. I think they're pronounced a little bit better. I like them. They'll ever get wood duck decoys, I'll buy a dozen. I mean, that's how much I like them. Hey, Chris, how you doing, buddy? No worries. Give me a call tomorrow on that whatever you were asking about. Just give me a call at work or whenever you get a chance, or I'll call you after work. Um, I mean, I have 8 dozen between mallards, pintails, widgeon, black ducks, the teal, pintails. I got some divers, bluebills, and redheads. I personally think the bluebills and redheads look the best. I mean, they they really do look great. Um, but I've got a video. I mean, I've got videos on all of them. In the, I'll just go to the playlist and look at them, and under product reviews, I believe. Because I when I post a video, I put it into at least two um, two places: the product reviews and then the uploads. So people can find them a whole lot easier. But I'm waiting on. Well, they got a gad wall out too, which looks really, really. They look really good. I haven't got them yet. But I'm kind of waiting to see if they get wood ducks. And if they don't get wood ducks this hunting season, if they don't have them out in the next month or two, they're not going to have them. I'll probably order some more pintails, some more widgeon, maybe another handful of mallards. Probably wait until after I get back from Louisiana, and then I'll order some just to have some more. Yeah, I think the teal are like 118 for a half a dozen. They're not cheap. I can tell you now, they're not cheap. And there's nothing wrong with DOA, and there's nothing wrong with Flambeau, and there's nothing wrong with the other decoys. I like Heyday because, like I said, because they're unsinkable and they ride real well. They're light, and I like the paint schemes. And like I said, it's like any other decoy. You're going to rub something off. I mean, eventually you're going to rub something. I mean, it's inevitable. Hey, Francis, how you doing? I ain't seen you in a while. I ain't seen you in a long time. What's a good guy to go with in Louisiana? Cody, I'm going to Louisiana. My dad has set up this hunt. I don't even know the guy. Right off the top of my head, I don't even know his name. But I have not hunted in Louisiana in a very, very long time. And the years gone by, there was a hey, Charles, you've been busy. Okay. Years gone by, there was a guiding outfit in Hackberry, Louisiana called the Hackberry Rod and Gun Club, I believe. Terry Shaughnessy was the guy, the owner, but I think he has sold out to his stepsons, I believe. And I believe their last name is Stansel. I don't even know if they're still in business, to be honest with you. I don't even know, but it's on the coast. It's way down at the bottom. It's in Hackberry, Louisiana. But like I said, I haven't had to have a guide in Louisiana. I haven't been to Louisiana in a long time. And, last couple of times I went with friends, so we didn't use a guide. I know I got a paper around here somewhere on this mess of a desk. I'll try to find if you shoot me an email or something, Cody, I'll try to send you a name of the person we're going with. Right now we're just going for teal in September. He's in Venice, Louisiana. I know that much. So basically, when you get that far down, you're shooting pintails, widgeon, teal, maybe an occasional mottled duck. And as the season goes by, the divers will start showing up, like canvasbacks and redheads and that kind of stuff. I don't think they get mallards down that far. I mean, they may get a handful, but I wouldn't think the mallards would make it that far. I mean, it's on the Gulf. You follow the Mississippi River all the way where it blows out, and the last town you come to is Venice, Louisiana. It's right at the Mississippi blowout. But, but my best advice to you if you're going with a guide, regardless of where it's at, is look somebody up and then check out the reviews. And a lot of times they'll have people who like hunting with them, and you can actually call them, some of these people, and talk with them to get a little bit more information. Call the guy, talk to him. What's Catahoula Lake can be good. It's all if it's it's like anywhere else nowadays, buddy. It's depends on what day of the week it is and what time of year it is. It can get crowded. It can get just as crowded as anywhere where I'm at in South Carolina. So, but yeah, Catahoula Lake has always been a fairly decent place to go. Again, it's like I said, whatever, it depends on the day of the week and what time of year it is. It's like anything else, man. Sometimes you just gotta. Sometimes you can't control the weather, and you make plans to go somewhere. I mean, I think the number one destination in Louisiana right now for blue-winged teal during the teal season is Venice, Louisiana. But it's also right dab in the middle of hurricane season. So we could get there and we could be literally rained out with weather and that kind of stuff. And as far as as far as me, I don't mind getting wet, but I can't film it. I can't film in the rain. you know. Catahoula Lakes for Canvasback. Yeah. Like I said, it all depends on the time of year and what day of the week it is. It's kind of like Reelfoot Lake, it gets overcrowded quick. The only places you're going to find that's not overcrowded is going to be on private. It's going to be on private stuff. Most of these guides, they should have their own leases. Most of them do. Either they own it or lease it. That's another thing you need to, we hunting leased land. Do you own the land? Are we hunting public water? Do you have a personal permanent blind on the lake or wherever you're hunting? If it's public, just got to ask a lot of questions. That's the only thing I can tell you. Ask a lot of questions. I guarantee you're not going to ask that guy anything he hasn't heard before. Nick, what's going on, man? Glad you could make it. Cody, but I will tell you, going to Louisiana, even if the ducks even if they're not there, or you're not having the best shoot of your life, one thing is for sure, you're going to eat good. It's just the food. I don't know if you've ever been there before, but the food is outstanding. I have not ever gone to Louisiana and not had good food. That's a fact. So, hey, Craig, how you doing? Glad you could make it, buddy. How's everything in your world? My wife is in there listening to either Christmas music or she's watching a movie. What else? Really don't have a lot to talk about tonight. It's like I was saying earlier, we did a lot of. All right, take your time. Come back when you can. Last week was just I got rained out one day and just working and cutting grass and trying to train dogs. That's all I've been doing. Doing a little shooting, and that's about it. Yeah, not a problem, buddy. Well, I wouldn't say it's spicy. I just say it's seasoned better. I don't like hot, like in spicy hot. I like well seasoned food. You know, I have been to some places up north where they had no idea what a salt and pepper shaker were. But Hunter, how you doing? How do I scout for teal in South Carolina, and how successful have you been in previous years? Um, Hunter is like scouting anything else. You need to get there before daylight, and this may take several. I mean, you got to understand something with blue wing teal. They're here today and they're gone tomorrow. They're not going to stick around long. In the past, before uh, a lot of the impounds started planting rice, I think rice is a good thing. Before they started planting rice, and you could find teal pretty easy around South Carolina. But I like to look for shallow water. The shallower, the better, especially for blue wing teal. I like to look for. I'm talking like. I'm talking. You can't even run a boat. You can't even run a mud motor through it shallow. Don't know how to make sweet tea up north. No, they don't. I look for very shallow, very weedy water. The shallower, the better. I have never done well in water that was over my knees for teal unless it's been on the coast. Now, the coast is a little bit different. But like Craig just said, mud flats. I mean, if you can get if the water is low enough and it's exposing mud, where they can get they teal low, they don't have a problem getting their butts muddy and wet. That's one of the few ducks that don't mind that. 2 to 3 inches best around me. Yeah, exactly, Jeff. That's what you're going to be looking for, and you're going to be looking for natural vegetation. Again, depending on where you're at, you could be looking for smartweed. You could be looking for what I'm trying to think of what that little thing is called. It's like a lily pad, but it's not a lily pad. You're looking for duck potato. You're looking for even your alligator grass, which has no nutritional value for a duck, but there's invertebrates that hang around the alligator grass. So if you find places like that there's a lot of invertebrates, so teal are really gonna scarf up little bugs, especially this time of year. They're going to hit little bugs. They're going to hit small crayfish, small minnows, snails, freshwater shrimp, that kind of stuff. If you can find, and you can look this up because it's kind of hard to explain it, but it's called lizard's tail. It's a green plant. It has a white flower on it. It just kind of looks like in the shape of a lizard's tail. Therefore, it's called lizard's tail. I can tell you teal love it. So wood ducks absolutely love it. The problem is it grows either right at the water's edge or just outside of the water. So if you have a place that's that is maybe flooded and it's an open flat, it's got a lot of room in there for them to maneuver. I'm not talking about in the swamp. You're gonna have to go into open water. And if there's lizard's tail on that bank and that water may have gone over into it, they love it. They absolutely love it. I've done a couple of videos on teal, scouting for teal, but again, you got to get up there before daylight. You got to watch where they're flying to. I don't know what kind of boat you have, but don't go into the area that they're going to. If you see them dropping down into a flat, don't even worry about going to see them. All you're going to do is bust them out of there, and you're going to run them off, and they're not coming back. So don't run your boat all over the place, playing and running loud music and goofing off. Go there, look, and then get out. Backfield is flooded in the corn now with behind the goose blind. That's awesome. They love snails. Yeah. Yeah. They like they like open areas so they can see. One of the, as far as in the past, again, before they started planting rice in the impoundments, I could show you pictures after pictures after pictures of teal we have shot. I mean, I've shot limits and gone 2 or 3 days in a row and shot limits. I mean, they used to be everywhere, but a lot of places now starting to plant rice or smartweed, and they don't put much water on it because you don't have to have a lot of water on that. Therefore, it's a great place for teal to go to, and once they find it, they're gonna be right there. Again, if you're not there, you don't know what's going on. So, like I said, right now, if you were going to, let's say you wanted to start looking for places that might be possible that hold some birds later, now's a good time to go. Just kind of ride in there and look. But as you're not going to see any birds until it gets closer, and even then, they could have come and gone. I mean, they're just that quick. Case in point, several years ago, we went out there. As a matter of fact, Craig was with me. Yeah, Craig was with me, and we hit all of my favorite teal holes, and we saw a lot of wood ducks, lots of wood ducks, and we saw a lot of whistling ducks. We saw maybe one small flock of teal way out in the distance, and that was it. That was it. Oh, I've seen teal at 10 a.m. at a WMA pond while the game warden was checking 100. I'm not saying they don't fly during the midday. Hey, Mark, how you doing? What I'm saying is you want to get there earlier and sit down and watch. You want to watch. That's what you're wanting to do. Riding around all over the place in your boat. Riding all over the place and jumping birds and running them out and trying to get in, that's not going to work. You should be doing that already to go and look for an area that may hold something. You can see 10,000 teal in the river one day and the next day 0 coastal hunting. Yes, sir. That's right. The day before I got up to see Greg up in North Carolina, I mean, there were teal everywhere. The day it opened, they were gone. Jay, what's going on? So that's all I can tell. I mean, that's the best advice I can give you. You just got to get out there and, you know, I mean, it's if you're in an area, I mean, you can't shoot. The problem in South Carolina is you cannot hunt until it's legal sunrise for teal. It has to be legal sunrise. So by that time, majority of the birds have flown. They've gotten in, they've gotten out, they've gone wherever they're going to go. Yeah, and see where Jeff's at, you can hunt them half hour before sunrise. Here in South Carolina, it has to be legal sunrise, and that's the sad part because too many people can't tell the difference between a teal and a wood duck. Halligan, what's going on, man? Glad you could make it in. But yeah, I mean that's best advice. I know it's kind of open ended, but the fact is you just got to get out there and look. You know, take care of yourself, a good set of binoculars. Get off. Don't go busting up into the flats. You know, sit back, way back. Use your binoculars. Try to find them on the water or flying around. But if you haven't seen one by 8 o'clock, the chances are you're not going to see one. By 8 o'clock in the morning, if you haven't pulled the trigger and you haven't seen a flock of teal, chances are you're not. Might as well pull up and go to another place on your map and look from a distance. Well, the fact of the matter is, Jeff, that is a true statement because, I mean, I have watched guys shoot wood ducks during early teal season and thought they were shooting teal because it says early teal and they don't understand the difference that we have wood ducks that stay here year round. What's say, Riley? What's going on? And Riley, I have not had a chance this week to work on that call. That's how busy I've been busy with work. We got to get Mark Taylor and Charles together. I'm telling you, we need to get them. I'm telling you, man. Anti, what's going on? Glad you can make it, bud. I have to get on the stick, and I've got to get my license and my swan permit in. I have not done that yet, and I know I got to September 1st, so I've got just right at a month. They always have that sneaking look about. Yeah. Oh man. I got you. You know, it all again. It kind of depends, Hunter, where your place, where you found this place, and where it's at. I mean, is going to determine a lot. Um, I mean, I have seen teal here in South Carolina hitting slash water, some slash water on a cornfield before, but that was years and years ago. Heck, I'm out of places to hang things on a wall. I don't know what I do with a swan. Well, if you don't know what to do with it, we can always eat it. I'm going back to trapping again. So ready, oats and big. I hear you, bud. Yeah, I would, Mark. I'd like to get you and Charles and Craig together, all the four of us. Um, they are good to eat. Yes, they are good to eat. Very good. Swamp Rat, what's going on? Long time no see, buddy. But I'm hoping, yeah, I'd love for the four of us to get together and hunt. I was telling Mark, and I've told Craig this before, but I was telling Mark the other day. I said what we need is a uh, old guns, old decoys, and an old man hunt. That's what we need. We need that somewhere. Sit there and hopefully shoot a few ducks. Most of the time, we're going to be cooking biscuits and telling lies. Thinking about hunting squirrels this week. Uh, Jeff, I'll be going to Louisiana. That is the only teal hunting I'm going to be doing is those 3 days this year. I'm taking the 410, I'm taking the 28, and I'm taking the 16. Um, right now, and I'm just being straight up honest with you, I plan on shooting TSS for the 410 and the 28, number 9 TSS. And for the teal, I've got some, I got a half a case of 5/7s. I got some 7s. For the 16, I've got some 5s. It's going to be a mixed mash of a lot of different stuff. Can you imagine Mr. Green Jeans walking on the floor? I think it would be hilarious. Especially with my sense of humor. And Greg, you already know that by the last time we got checked by the game wardens. I had everybody in both boats laughing except that one young one. He didn't know what to think about it. Welcome back, Francis. You remember that that young game one? He didn't know what to do. He looked at me and says, "Are you filming me?" I said, "Yeah, you're filming me. You got a camera on too. I'm filming you. I'm gonna make you YouTube famous." That's the same guy that he could not figure out how to load because he wanted me to hand me my shotgun, and I am not handing a loaded gun to anyone. That is not going to happen. I'm going to unload it before I hand it. I don't care what they say. I'm not going to do. I'm going to unload it. I unloaded it and I handed it to him. He couldn't figure out how to load it. He couldn't figure out how to unload it. It was hilarious, dude. I mean, it was absolutely hilarious. I mean, I got a handful of 4x6s, Jeff, for the 16. I mean, I may shoot them. I don't know. And they did not know what a tree duck was. Yeah. They just knew what the guy had shot was illegal. Wasn't in our party. It was another guy down the river. But he could not figure out how to unload. He could not figure out how to load it. He could not figure out how to unload it. Oh, it was hilarious. It was absolutely hilarious. Of course, what he didn't know, and what I don't even think, Craig, that you knew, but I flipped the lever on the side of the Browning, so it only put in one shell anyway. They didn't know what bismuth was. I remember that. Well, they got to check it to make sure it's got a plug and it only carries 3 shells and all kind of stuff. Mark, what you don't know is as soon as right when we got to the paved road from your house, I looked over at Cody and I reached back behind me. I said, Mark didn't steal my shotgun, did he? And I reached back there to make sure it was still back there. Good times, good times. I did. I reached back there and I grabbed a hold of it. And I said, he didn't steal my gun, did he? You were eyeballing that gun hard, man. I was nervous. Rattle trap, what's going on? Yeah, it was funny. But it was those 3 game wardens were hilarious, dude. I mean, I had them laughing, except for that one. They just, I don't think they've ever had anybody cut up with them like that before. The South Dakota game wardens last year, they took their job way too seriously. Popping out of the bushes and saying, let me see your fishing license. Let me see your hunting license. Oh, these guys were across a river. I mean, a river that was full of barges and were eyeballing us. And they came across that river hard, boy. They just knew they were going to get something. Well, they did. There was 3 of them in that boat, and one of them was young. But it was funny. I mean, they had their cameras, their chest mounted cameras on, and I had one on my head. Are you filming us? I said, I most certainly am. You're filming me. And pointed right at it. They don't like hearing it. I police for almost 20 years, for those of y'all that don't know that. And man, I would I cracked up. Some of the things people told me, man. If you could make me laugh, you probably earned a way to get out of a ticket. Just that simple. If you had a good sense of humor and you could make me laugh, you probably just walked away without getting the ticket. They also didn't. The young one didn't understand that I had a hard copy North Carolina. Craig probably remembers this. I had a hard copy North Carolina license, which I handed them, but it doesn't have the federal duck stamp on it because my South Carolina has the federal duck stamp, and he couldn't. He remember he was trying to tell me that I had to have the federal license affixed to their stamp. I said, no, you just have to have a duck stamp affixed to a license and signed, a current license. You see them only on the opening and closing days. They come on you like they stole something. I'm telling you. They did not know what, and see, at the time I was shooting Boss Bismuth, and Boss doesn't. I mean, they may do it now, but they weren't stamping their shells with their name. That's right. I can't run anyway. I can't run either, Mark. I can drive the heck out of a boat, but I ain't running. Whew. But yeah, they cannot understand bismuth. It's amazing. It is amazing. No, not me. I ain't running. Not anymore. My knees are bad and I'm too fat. It's just that simple. I ain't running. But if you ever do see me running, you better take off because there's something bad, big and bad chasing me. Oh, did she? You know, I posted that on Facebook and only one person laughed at it because they realized what was between us. Nobody else has figured it out. Nobody else has said a word. You know, make ducks migrate again. And y'all need to go see the picture. Yeah, brothers. But what was between us is what I'm getting at. Nobody has picked it up. The comment about the shirt, wearing the shirt, make ducks migrate again, and two old white bearded fat guys with something in between us, and only one person laughed and then sent me a private message and said, yeah, I got it. I understand what you're saying. which I thought was hilarious. Oh, let's see here. Let's see if I can find it real quick. So there's the picture, guys. There's the picture he's talking about. And I'm wearing Make Ducks Migrate Again shirt. And like I said, nobody else has figured out. Nobody else has figured it out. All of the geese have left the farm. Really? I wonder where they went. Or did somebody shoot them off? I just saw it. You just saw it, Charles. Santa Claus tryouts. That's right. Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. I posted that on Facebook, and only, like I said, only one person who commented, and all he did was laugh. And I said, "Are you the only one that's figured out what was in that picture?" And they all he sent me a message later, and he said, "Yeah, I got it," and then told me what it was. I said, "Well, you know." Just saying. Everybody else just kind of, oh no, I don't see it. I don't see what you're trying to say. Oh man, oh man, oh man. Let's see here. In the air. Uh, well, what have y'all guys been up to? Y'all been doing anything special? Y'all been doing anything? And y'all getting ready? Doing a few things here and there. I'm appreciate that, Anti. I'm I'm ready. All I gotta do is buy a hunt license. That's all I got. That's all I need. Need to get my hunt licenses, and that's it. Get my hunt license and my federal duck stamp, and I'll be good to go. I got to get North Carolina, South Carolina, Louisiana. Go ahead and get it over with. Oh, Bougie's coming along pretty good. Like I said, we've been training over at Mark's. She's doing good. I don't know how else to. All she needs right now, on all honesty, she just needs some birds. That's what she needs. She just needs some. She just needs some bird shot over. Little more training on out here polishing the headlights of those old trucks. Why would you do that? Um, I guess some people like to keep their trucks running or clean. Uh, hunting license, duck stamps, all the deer tags they will sell me. Where to start on a Sunday? Yeah. Um, I think right now, as far as Bougie goes, the only thing that I need to work on her more is she gets real excited when the gun goes off and she wants to jump and take off. And I gotta break her of that and honoring another dog. That's what we need to work on. But once that hits, I think once she realizes she can't go until I send her and honor the other dog, and she'll be fine. And then we get her on some ducks this year because they're yellow and you can't see out of them. What are you using to polish them? I have heard that a can of bug spray works real well, like mosquito spray, can of off or something like that. Now I got all my ammo. I got an A-frame blind that, unless I use it, I'm not gonna brush it. And uh, I actually bought it for me and Craig to use, and then he went out and built 2 or 3, 4 duck blinds, goose blinds. Truck shopping this week. You need to work on getting her off that OnlyFans. WD-40 and toothpaste. I never heard that one. Mother's wheel polish. Shoot, the only time my truck gets washed is when it rains outside. I do need to clean the windows though, man. You can barely see out of them things. Megler's headlight restoration kit. Okay. Got a new blind on the river. Rice and millet really grown good. Water is already coming up. All right. Cool beans. I'm ready. I'm ready. All I got to do is hook the boat up. I got ammo. I got all the ammo I need for this year. If I shoot everything this year, it'll be a jam. It'll be a jam up year. In all seriousness, I got the ammo. I think it'll be a good. Got to get some 16 gauge bismuth. Yeah. What size shot do you want, Mark? Just out of curiosity. I'm just curious. What size shot would you prefer? Yeah, Artie makes the big bucks so he can afford the kit. Fives. I might know a guy. I might know somebody. Oh, I may know somebody. I Yeah, I think Craig's got a 16 gauge. Charles, do you have a 16 gauge? Out of curiosity. Craig's got two. That's right. We may have to do a 16 gauge hunt somewhere. I think we should. I got two. Mark's got like 700 of them. So, no, 12 and 20. Well, I need to do a 16 gauge hunt or even a 20 gauge hunt or 28 gauge or 410 or. I want that 20 gauge. You talking about me? Oh, got 6 or 7. Yeah, 100 of them. 600 or 700 of them. Yeah, man, that little 20 ain't going nowhere, cuz. Although I will take a 2025 Chevrolet 2500 Z71 fully loaded, white, with black trim on the outside. Yeah, and I will trade it for that. Anything but 12, we will boycott the Lord's Gauge. You don't need, that's the whole thing, Charles. You don't need it. I'll tell you, you shoot today's ammo, whether it's bismuth or TSS, you do not need a 12 gauge. You don't need it. .410 single shot on a push day and pass it around. Hey, we don't get any push days down here, buddy. Look here. We have one mallard drake pile into the decoys last year. And there was 4 of us. And it sounded like a young war going off. I think everybody, whether that duck was down on the water or not, we shot until we emptied our guns on one duck. There is no such thing as a push day around here anymore. Don't let RD hear that. He done heard it. I can't wait to shoot my .410 on ducks. I can't wait. I am eagerly awaiting that. You got to use a 12 gauge on the coast. Got to have everything you can. You know, there was my daddy shot does with a single .410. I mean, if you know how to shoot them, man, they're great little guns. I'm just waiting. I can't wait to duck season where I can shoot my .410. Oh, you want to go outside? All right, hang on, guys. Let me let Bushy out. I didn't grow up shooting a .410. Daddy started me off with a 20 gauge. And that's what I think all kids should start off with, the 20. I think a .410 is more of an expert gun. You got less shot. You really got to be on them. You can tell who shoots steel. Yeah. Well, the way I look at it, and I'll be the first to admit, TSS is a very, very expensive shot. It's very expensive, and I can't go and buy hundreds of rounds of TSS. There's no way. But I also know what it can do. I've seen what it can do, and the way I look at it is, if I spend a lot of money on guns and boats and camo and dogs, and all this stuff, I might as well go ahead and, you know, buy some decent shells. I was actually talking to somebody the other day. I said, I wish I'd have done it this year, but hindsight's 2020. But I am going to be doing next year as soon as the season rolls out, as soon as the season ends. I'm going to order a couple of boxes of shells, and every month I'm going to order a couple of boxes of shells. And by the time the season rolls around, I should have a case of shells. I may order a couple of boxes every week, just to, because I do want to stock up on 410 and 28 and 20 and 16. I wouldn't mind having, but I think the TSS, I mean, I'm not saying that you're going to kill them outright all the time with a TSS, but I'm saying your chances are highly increased. When you hit them with TSS, it's going to kill them. 12s is the only way to look at what? What are we looking at, RD? Yeah, I've never hunted, Charles. I've never hunted sea ducks. I will be the first to tell you, I have never hunted sea ducks. But what's up, Daniel? How you doing? I just know what TSS does to what it did to a swan, what it is going to do to geese, what it does to ducks. I wish I had some TSS for that 10 gauge. I know a guy who can get you some. I know a guy. And I know how to do it. I just don't have the equipment to do it. And it has been years. It has been a very, very long time. Very long time. I've kind of wanted to. I just can't. Number one, I don't have a place to do it that's safe enough to do it, and I surely don't have enough room in this office. This is filled up. Yeah, that's true. Can't afford it. I'll tell you. RD, I got several behind me. I really do. I got quite a few of them behind me. But I'm telling you, man, if you just come over, if you just come on over, go over to the light, get you a sub gauge, you'll love it. You'll absolutely love it. And I know you can shoot. I already know that. So you should be able to shoot a sub gauge. Just come on over, come to the light. I'll tell you, if you ever, I tell you what, and to be all honest, if I was going to talk to somebody about getting a sub gauge that's been shooting a 12, and was thinking, I would tell them a 28. That is, my gosh. My gosh. The 28 gauge is unbelievable. And if you got ducks in decoying range, that's all you need. It's all you need. Yeah, he heard it all right. I know he heard it. You know what's killing him too? He's over there wiping his headlights with a rag, and he's trying to comment on here. We need to get together, guys. I'm telling you, I don't like it over there. Why don't you like it, man? It's fresh. They smell funny. Oh man. I wouldn't mind. I mean, I just don't see any. After I know what my 16 gauge will do, and I have no desire. I have no desire anymore to shoot a 12. 20 or 28, but you wouldn't shoot a 16. I don't get it. What about a 410? Would you hunt with a 410? That's funny, Anti. Why won't you hunt with a 16? I just, is it because I hunt with a 16? That is a smell of dead ducks. I'm telling you. What day would we start hunting in Louisiana? We're gonna hunt the 20th, the 21st, and the 22nd. We leave on the 18th. I'll get there sometime that night. We'll spend the 19th Friday just relaxing and whatnot, and then we're going to hunt the 20th, 21st, 22nd, and come home on the 23rd. Yeah, I think Winchester makes a pretty good gun, especially a Super X4. I just finished that edge driveway, and then just blew it. Son's getting it done tonight. I got you. Your mom's driveway, or his mom's driveway. We'll be back the 23rd. Which I think is a Monday, and I'll work Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and then me and Kitty are going on vacation that Saturday. So I'll be back, work 4 days, and then go on vacation. 410 is a waste other than turkeys. We don't have the birds to waste on a 4. What do you mean you don't have the birds to waste on a 410? No, Craig, I have not. And those if it's on a trip like this, dude, it's you got to pick the days that you can in advance to make sure that you can hunt. It's a guided hunt, so you just got to pick those days. 16, it's okay, just okay. Oh yeah, right. Yeah, RD, you're just trying to stir something up. You want one. You want one. You just don't want to come off the money to buy a brand new one. I just think the 16 is an all-around gun. You can do anything. You can hunt. As far as birds go, from quail to grouse to pheasants to ducks to geese to swans to turkeys, it's an all-around gun. It's an all-around gun. Doves. Actually, I think it's too much for a dove, to be honest with you. But Craig will tell you, I made some shots. I've made some shots with my 16 on some doves he didn't think I was going to make. All you need is a sub gauge and a horny dog. Don't need a 12, Ain't that the truth? That's right. Oh. Jeff, speaking of the dog in general, I think we finally found, and I'm trying to remember the name of it. I can't think of it right now, but the vet gave us 30 days of this allergy medicine. You can buy it over the counter. You can buy it over the counter, but it's an outlet. I can't remember the name of it, and it seems to be helping her. I'm giving it to her once a day, and it seems to be helping her allergies big time. Almost bought a Sweet 16 the other day, Belgium. Where at? Where was it at? But the forward stock, the stocks didn't match. Last turkey I saw carrying a 410 got 3 for a split. Yeah, it's you find one that the stocks match. I mean, it's not uncommon anymore to find them like that. But I'll tell you, if I could find a Belgium 16 at a decent price, there is a good chance that I would. Is it a yellow pill? No, it's not a yellow pill. It's a kind of a brownish, chewable tablet looking thing, real small. It's in there. I just don't have it. I just don't have it. I can't remember the name of it. But if I could find a Sweet 16, a Belgium Sweet 16, and let's say the stocks are messed up or something, I would probably I'd probably get someone to, because you'd have to probably have them made, because I don't think they make them aftermarket. Some composite stocks and possibly even Cerakote it, and put some 16 gauge and vector chokes into it. Browning and vector chokes. Go ahead and put screw in chokes. I just think it'd be because I mean I'd never sell it again. So gun store in Hendersonville near Asheville. Dear Santa. That's right. I haven't checked in a while, Mark. I think what is it? Is it Darlington? Is it Darlington? Um, Darlington gun store, Darlington gun shop, whatever. Um, they usually have quite a bit of Brownings in there. I haven't been in there in a while. I can always call him. Yeah. Well, you got to cut the barrel a little bit, but I was talking to Stuart a while back from Comp and Choke, and they do it all the time. They do it all the time. Yeah, it's not Southland. I believe it's Darlington Gunworks. I believe that's the name of it. I don't. I don't. It's not. It's not. I know what you're talking about. Southland's in Hartsville, I believe, and but Darlington Gunworks is the one I'm thinking of. There's a. I think the guy that owned it. I think he passed away, and his daughter owns it now. But her husband, I think his name is Josh, and I think he's. Yeah, why would I shoot? Why would I shoot steel, RD? Man, I have not shot steel in years, dude. I have not shot steel in years. I will probably never go back to shooting steel. Right across the, it's close to the racetrack, yeah. Down the road. Right at the intersection. I mean, I'm just not going to shoot steel again. I mean, seriously, and I just I'm just not going to do it. I don't see any reason to. Um, yeah, Darling Gunworks down the road a bit. Yeah, that's the one I'm thinking of. Yeah, yeah, you're right. Southland is it by the racetrack or is it by the um not the dealership, not the car dealership, the auction house. Isn't Southland right across from the auction house? And then Darlington, because I know where Darlington is. Racetrack. I thought it was over there by the auction, the auto auction place. I don't know. It probably is a little bit thinner, yeah. But even if I do go with a fixed choke barrel, I mean, if I do stay with a fixed choke barrel, I'm still only going to shoot bismuth. I mean, I don't. I'm saying in reference that Belgians can't shoot steel, right? And why would I? Why would I? Are you saying the Belgian people can't shoot steel, or are you saying the Belgian gun can't handle steel? I'm saying I'm not going to shoot steel in any gun that I have, even though I do have steel. See, what I'm waiting on is the ammo prices to go up so high that y'all can't afford it, the steel, and then I can sell a box of steel for the price of 2 boxes of bismuth. Yeah. Not necessarily they'll measure the barrel to see if the chokes will fit. Yeah. If they don't, but I still like to have one. I wouldn't mind having another Belgian Browning. I wouldn't mind having a Belgian Browning in any gauge, to be honest. 12, 20, another 16. I just like them. I just like them. I got a 23-inch. A 23-inch. Gotcha. I want to see that collection one day. You know I can't run fast to run off with them. I'm just saying. I can't run. Plus, I'd probably get tripped up by about 20 of your dogs at the house. Well, I'm kind of surprised, RD, that I know that you're hand loading TSS, that you wouldn't be pushing that stuff. I don't want to. I have no desire to shoot steel shot anymore. None. I mean, if I've got big ducks within 20, 25 yards coming in through the trees day in and day out, I'm not, number six steel would be fine. And a two and three quarter number six steel would be fine. But, we don't have ducks like that. And I can reach out and touch them if I need them. And I'm happy with it. I'm happy with the patterns it gives. You can always go to that vintage shell. I know that Keith is coming up with one or has come up with one. I know Boss has one. You can always shoot that stuff. I like that TSS, but it's just, I love it. That stuff is, mm, 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 mm. You telling me? I saw shells a couple weekends ago, dove and quail loads for a 16 gauge. They were $18.99 a box. For the 12 and 20, they were anywhere from $12.99 to $13.99 a box. Dove and quail load. Crazy. Absolutely crazy. Absolutely crazy. Oh man, what else, guys? We got about 15 minutes. I'm getting tired. I ain't gonna lie to you. It was a long day at work. It was long and aggravating. I agree 100%. This year will be TSS steel with what number bismuth? You put SC Smith back up when I run out of TSS. What size bismuth? What number bismuth? He's rocking a dog pack and carrying shells or whatever else max weight carried. Oh, she doesn't carry anything, dude. She carries herself. She carries herself. Those prices will help reduce sky busting on public dove fields. Wishful thinking. Yeah, really. I went to a public dove field last year. I was at the house. I said, you know what, I'm just going to head out there, and it was for lack of better words, guys, it was a shit show. I mean, it was. It was terrible. A handful of doves, everybody gathered up in one spot, and everybody's shooting at one little poor dove that you couldn't have hit with a 3.5-inch TSS load. If I can't find any decent prices on the 16 as far as dove loads, I will be shooting the 20. I do have a couple of boxes of 28 and some Salt Creek number 4s. I got you. I do have if I can't find any decent prices on dove loads for the 16, I got plenty for the 20, and I got a couple boxes for the 410 and the 28 that I'll shoot, and I plan on getting some more within the week. So pick up a box here, pick up a box there. Welcome to opening day. Yeah, really. I know where I want to be opening day of dove season. I know where I want to be. I know where I want to be. Yeah, I know, Mark. I know. But I want to get out there. We may do a little trading. But more than likely, seriously, I'm probably dove season. I'll probably shoot my 20 gauge or the 28 or the 410, more than likely. If I'm up in North Carolina for opening day, I guarantee it, I'll be shooting 20 or 28. Guarantee. I've already got several places picked out to shoot ducks with the 410. That ought to be a fun hunt. Well, the dove season opens the same day as dove. What? Are you saying the dove season opens the same day as duck? Or what? I don't understand. I was going to tell you, Mark, if you're headed to that one spot you telling me that one store, and if you were going to pick some up, I was going to tell you to pick me up some, maybe a half. I got maybe 3 or 4 boxes of 16 dove loads. Like if you're going to get a case, just pick me up a half a case. 5 boxes, that kind of thing. Teal, same day as dove. Gotcha. Well, you go shoot teal in the morning, and then you go shoot doves in the afternoon. I've done that. I don't live too far from a public dove field, and I have gone and shot teal in the morning and came home, put the boat up, cleaned the ducks, cleaned out my bag, put lead in there, and then went to the public dove field. They never can get it right, Jeff. They never can get it right. They're either a week too early or they're a week too late. I've just heard what RD posted a while back, and that was it. Yeah. I don't know, man. I honestly don't know. I just don't know. Have I ever tried to make Peking duck yet? No, I have not. When's the next food video coming? I don't know, dude. I haven't. What do you want? I mean, is there something in particular? Well, I'm not doing Peking duck. I wouldn't even know where to start with that. That takes a whole duck. I don't know. What do you want? Give me an idea. I'll be cooking this weekend. Um, I'll just be doing a Boston butt on the smoker this weekend. Maybe some deer sausage with it, but that's about it. I want to do some duck hunting breakfasts, but it's kind of early yet to do all that. All right, Mark, you take care of yourself, buddy. Appreciate you coming in as always, man. Thanks for all for your support, man. Your grandma made it what, Peking duck? I've never made it. I don't even think I've ever eaten it. Rule book still hasn't come out. Welcome to South Carolina. Ain't that the truth? Well, guys, I think I'm going to call it a night. To be quite honest with you, I am getting tired and sleepy, and I am ready for bed. Next 2 days are going to be busy due to the end of the month. So, well, not everyone has a fancy biscuit maker. You can get a fancy biscuit maker. Teal is September 14th through the 29th for South Carolina. Yeah, I may get into a teal hunt before I go to Louisiana, but I just doubt it. Unless somebody calls me and says they got a bunch of them. Well, dang, Anti. That's more of a. I was thinking more of making some biscuits or something. But it's an idea. Anyway, guys, I appreciate y'all coming in. Y'all have a great week. Mark, give me a holler, or I'll actually probably see you tomorrow, depending on what time I get off, because I just know it's going to be busy the next couple of days. So I'll let you know. But Craig, if you're still here, give me a holler when you can. RD, give me a call when you can. Charles, as always, give me a call if you can. Guys, we will see y'all next week. God willing, the river don't rise. Anyway, I appreciate y'all all coming in. Y'all have a great week, and we will see y'all next time. I'm a choke on Daddy Duck 365. Let me get out of here before I die. Anyway, y'all have a good one. Good night.